to cause particular groups to be shown in a better light than what history has already played out. They've also set out to recast historical figures as a race or a culture that wasn't true to real history. Much of our history has been whitewashed.
Ancient Egypt. Was it a black civilization? Or was it a white civilization?
Welcome to the Black Land.
We are the Civilisation, the black people of the Black Land. Come and see how your mother's hand and your father's hand made their earth speak with stone of godly proportion.
We sit in celebration of you, my black family. We, the black people of high birth, salute you, my black family.
We celebrate the Rimi Mehesu, the rebirth.
Black and beautiful. See us, we are black.
Black from the first time, the September. There is none before us.
We have been since the first time.
My black father, take the handle and pull the guide, and he will safely lead your soul to the resurrected one who says to believe in eternal life. Come and break bread with us, my black family.
My beautiful black sisters, I bring you sustenance.
Come, my beautiful black brother, we hunger for you and your offerings.
We are black and we are blessed. There can be no doubt that the cultures are the Egyptian race. My own conjectures were founded first in the fact that they are black-skinned and have woolly hair.
I am Anit Tawhid, High Priestess of Amen, of the Kemetu, the black people of Kemet, the Black Land. Be a witness to the hair upon my head. It does not be a false witness against me. And these, my black children, the Kemetu, the black people of the Black Land. Can you not see in that your reflection?
We are the black people, the first people in the world.
Holakati has made his firstborn children black of skin.
Look upon my face and tell me the Kemetu are not black people.
This black woman needs her beautiful black brother.
This black man.
Let's talk about ancient Egypt. The ancient Egyptians, more than any other culture, have left impressive proof of who they were as a people. When you look through the walls of Egypt, you see black images, people of black or brown skin. Now we know that there are those who have set out to whitewash ancient Egypt through portraying them as white people in movies, books, and you name it, all kinds of media that has been printed and published to try to whitewash them. But the real proof is right there on the walls of Egypt, where you see black people. But what Europeans have attempted to do to disprove this vast photo album is to give you implausible explanations. Here are some of the ridiculous claims being made by Europeans. First, they claim that the black skin doesn't necessarily mean that they were black. and that the braids, the afros, and the other Negro hairstyles were just headdresses. Some Europeans also claim that Egypt is not necessarily part of Africa. Another claim is that the white race used to be darker and that they only lightened up in recent times. So you see, the dark images in Egypt are really just darker white people. Other claims is that whites used to portray themselves as black in ancient times. Or here's another one for you. Here's a doozy. The black images seen on the walls of ancient Egyptian tombs are actually the images of those whom we conquered. And they also claim that it was common to not show themselves as white on the walls of Egypt, but to only...
Egypt of the pharaohs was the greatest and the oldest and the most inventive of all the high civilizations of antiquity. And it flourished for 3,000 years. It set a pattern and example for peoples near and far. But where were its roots, its origins, its starting point? Most of us have believed or have been taught that the glories of the pharaohs could never have been created by African people or African ideas, because it's been said Africans could never have built a high civilization. And I imagine that most visitors conclude as they listen to their guides that a statue such as this of the young king Tutankhamun may have turned very black in the course of centuries, but could not have been a black man in the first place. It followed that the royal children were often black as well, as was King Senusret, seen here wearing the white crown of Upper Egypt. Or this pharaoh, of unknown name, but obviously of high prestige in his time, and just as clearly African.
When all the ancient historians contradict your theory, we'll just discredit them.
Despite these ancient images of young King Tut with clear dark brown features and African features, Europeans have completed their very own deceptive reconstruction to make him appear